Welcome to Round 5 of the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of July 6th. I'm Nicole Erdix, and I'm here with Catherine Haleko.
Hello.
And Terry Morrow.
Hello.
Today we're taking a break from talking and complaining and obsessing and instead shouting out things other people are doing that we think you'll find as useful or enjoyable as we do. We call this our Roundabout Roundup. I'll go first with my recommendation. If you've been listening, if you've been a loyal listener, you'll know that my daughter decided to paint her room, which meant that included a change in room decor and room colors. So we went from burgundy to navy, and she had a budget and she did some shopping around. She was looking for a few things, decorations, but what she was really looking for was a new bedding set. And so she has a duvet, so she was wanting a duvet cover to go with her new theme. And she came across this bedding set on Amazon, and I'm telling you, it's like the best kept secret on Amazon if you're looking for bedding. So it's called Bedsure Spring Bloom Pattern Bedding Set, but the Bedsure Spring Bloom is just the pattern. So, or maybe the Spring Bloom pattern. Anyway, there's other patterns on there is what I'm trying to say. So you're not just stuck to this particular one, but it is lovely. It's such nice material and the quality, and it was $28. And she got a full size, like a queen, duvet cover and 2 pillowcases. And the duvet cover is such good quality. It's got a zipper. It's got like the ties inside that you tie the duvet to in the 4 corners so that the duvet doesn't like move around inside it, like the cover. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's just such a nice material, and the colors are really rich and good quality. And we were just shocked at the quality of it. We thought, okay, I hate to say it, but there's a really big box store that is well known for, inexpensive household items and inexpensive, bed sheets and duvet covers. And let me tell you, the quality doesn't even compare. Like, this Amazon stuff is the bomb. So if you are looking for a new bedding set, have a look at that link. So, Catherine, what do you have?
Well, you may have heard this on other podcasts or blogs, but recently it was both my mom's birthday and Father's Day within a few days of each other. And as I think I may have talked about here before, my parents, it's very hard to buy for them because they don't want stuff. They just kind of downsized and moved. So while there are sometimes things they need, we tend to not buy them a lot of objects that just take up space. It's a lot of plants and flowers and food and that kind of thing. But anyway, there is this service called Storyworth that I decided to get for them. And what it is like a subscription that I bought, and every week the service sends each parent an email, and it has a question about their life. Like, what was your first job, or what were your grandparents like? Things like that. And they just respond to the email. They just hit reply and type up their thoughts. And then I get a copy sent to me. And also it's collected at the Storyworth website and their special page. And then after a year, all of the stuff they've written will be collected and put together into a book.
That is so cool.
It's really cool. And they seem to like it. What prompted me to do it was I had heard about it, and I thought, that might be cool. But then just before the gift-giving occasion, my mom said something like, I was talking to, it was my brother and his wife, and she's like, and I was telling them some stories about my early career and things like that, and they had never heard them, and they were so interested. And so I was like, here we go then. we're definitely doing this. So far they seem to like it. And my dad's like he's like treating it very seriously. He's like, he got the question about what were his grandparents like, and he put in everybody's like full name and date of birth, and he went into detail, but you don't have to. He could have just said like, oh, my grandmother, was a great cook, or whatever it was. You can be as detailed as you like. So far so good. It's only been a couple of weeks, but I enjoy getting the replies, seeing what they say.
That is really cool.
And I offered to email to my siblings, and my brother said, no, I'll just wait for the.
I wish I had older relatives to do that with. We're the older ones now. My husband and I should start filling that out.
Yes.
Except I don't remember anything. I'm terrible.
I know. You can do it. For you.
You are the sole repository of the family memories, and oops, they're gone.
Well, what do you have to share this week, Terry?
I have a new podcast to recommend. It is actually not just new to me, but new. It started on May 18th. It's called No Stupid Questions, and it's co-hosted by Stephen Dubner, who does the Freakonomics podcast and is a co-author of those books, and Angela Duckworth, who is a psychologist. And they just talk about sort of random, interesting questions, and they have a really fun rapport. And it's not too heavy, but it always has lots of, interesting things to think about. So I've listened to a few of the episodes so far, and like some of the questions they talked about were, is incompetence a form of dishonesty? Should we all have personal mission statements? How do you handle criticism? And is it better to send a congratulatory note to someone who deserves it, or a condolence note to someone who needs it?
Can't you do both?
Yeah, well, I think that they were talking about how people, you don't necessarily know what the right thing is to say in a condolence note, and so maybe you put it off, as I have recently done, to my shame. And, so they talked about a lot of different issues with that. It's really very interesting, and a certain amount of humor mixed in, and they both have very thoughtful things to say and personal takes on things. So if you're looking for something else to occupy your time and to add to your podcast queue, give this one a try. You can sort of get it on the ground floor. And that is it for another week of Parenting Roundabout. If you missed any of our earlier episodes this week, look them up on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts to hear what we have to say about marriage advice, honesty among moms, and childproofing for big kids. You can also find all our episodes at parentingroundabout.com and talk back in the comments there, on our Facebook page, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/momitude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we talk about here. Have a great weekend, and see you back here on Monday.